Smash Your Fears, Live Your Dreams by John Webb. Chapter 9. Fail Your Way to Success. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail and success was guaranteed? Would you go for that new job? Would you start your own business that you're passionate about? Would you write that best-selling book? Would you ask that single lady man from your office out on a date? The fear of failure has got to be one of the biggest causes of procrastination, and in turn robs so many people of their potential. The inner voice that we talked about earlier reminds you of the time that you attempted something before and didn't achieve it. You hear its all too familiar comments like, you always mess things up, something is bound to go wrong, you haven't got the time or you haven't got the money. Massive self-doubt now sets in because you don't want to feel like a failure again, so you stay safe and don't take action. Now, we've all gone through this experience, so if you can relate to this, then you are not alone. We need to reprogram our minds on how we define failure, because most people have the definition of failure totally wrong. Whether you feel you're a success or a failure is due to what you've been led to believe in the past. However, the road to success is actually built on failure. Let me explain. Did you know that most millionaires have been bankrupt on average 3 times? And I bet each time they lost everything, they learned some valuable lessons on what not to do next time. We constantly see actors, pop stars, entrepreneurs appearing on our screens, deemed as overnight successes. But this is a myth. What we don't see are the years of practice, dedication, sacrifice while they develop their talents and abilities. They deal with rejection, loss and self-doubt constantly, but still keep on keeping on. They actually fail their way to success. They learn from every setback and adopt the mantra, you either win or you learn. So if you use the philosophy of you either win or you learn, then there really is no failure at all. When I started my own home-based network marketing business, I began to build a team of distributors, and that involved offering my opportunity to lots of people. In fact, the vast majority of people that were sent information subsequently then said to me, no, they weren't interested. It's at this point that many people quit and deem network marketing not to work. But like any business, it's just a numbers game, and the more times you hear the word no, the closer you are to getting a yes. As my business developed, my conversion rate was 1 in 50, which means for every 50 people that I sent information to, 49 said no and 1 said yes. So essentially, I failed 49 times out of 50. The top earner within our business calls himself the biggest failure there is, because more people have said no to him than anybody else. And he went through massive numbers of prospects on a daily basis. But the good news was that with lots of no's comes lots of yeses. And today he is now a millionaire living the life of his dreams. Colonel Saunders, the founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken, was famously rejected 1,009 times as he travelled across America trying to sell his secret chicken recipe. At the age of 65, he was the guy living in his car and was getting an average of 1.4 no's a day for 2 years. When somebody did eventually take up his offer, he built a massive empire and became a multi-millionaire. Now, by understanding this principle, you too can be a success, but you need to expect and accept that there will be obstacles and challenges on your journey. So from now on, why not view every setback as a learning experience rather than a failure? If you want more success, then you need to double your rate of failure. In truth, the people that are the real failures are the ones that are so worried about taking risks that they don't even try, meaning they fail by default. Failure is temporary, but quitting is permanent. Therefore, my advice would be to go for your dreams without fear of failure and with an I can do it attitude. And you too can fail your way to success. Forgive yourself. I really hope this book has so far has opened up your mind to what you really can achieve when you get rid of the mental baggage of self-doubt. Maybe during this book you have had some realisations, or what we call in life coaching, aha moments to why you're in your current situation. Accepting the reality of where you are and owning responsibility is important, but don't let thoughts of where you could be dominate your mind. It's all too easy to keep focusing on the past, on what you should have done or could have done. You did the best you could at the time with the knowledge you had, but you're a very different person now, so do forgive yourself and let it go. Seriously, we could have all made better choices in the past, but constantly reliving these events in our mind is a waste of mental energy. You cannot change the past, but you can massively change your future. Everything in life happens for a reason. So just learn from your past experiences so they can improve your future. In the end, we only regret the chances that we didn't take. So be brave, embrace failure, and fail your way to the top. Okay, I've got a quick test for you. Here is a quick test for you to see if fear of failure is holding you back from a goal. Is there something that you keep putting off? Is there a task you keep telling yourself that you must do but just can't find the time? Is there an activity that you need to start but keep finding excuses as to why you haven't started yet? Are you a constant procrastinator? Fear of failure could be stopping you, so be honest with yourself, and if there's an activity that you know deep down needs to be done to improve your life, then with your new philosophy, you either win or you learn, start it today. Whether it's applying for that dream job or even asking that special person to marry you, remind yourself of all the benefits to gain from being brave and taking action. As we all know, fortune favours the brave. Think about what's the worst that can happen and tell yourself you can handle it. How many dreams have you given up on because you convinced yourself you failed only after a few attempts? I bet you didn't try over 1,000 times like Colonel Saunders. It's time to dream again and go for that life that you really want to live. Fail your way to success, my friends. It's the only way.